Shalom, shalom, shalom. What's going on, world? What's going on, Uchikuso? You already know how we do. I'm just about to do just a little short presentation, real quick. Um, I just wanted to inform our people that the yoke that was placed on our neck is off our neck. You know what I mean? That was placed on Judah is basically is off of our neck, so we could start basically getting together and basically coming to conclusions of how we gonna run this kingdom. You know what I mean? And so basically the yoke was placed for everybody who ain't in tune, who don't have a Bible, who don't know about that. They ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. Y'all ain't even gonna feel y'all ain't even gonna know what I'm talking about. This right here, what I'm talking about, is only like strictly for the ones who really understand. So basically the yoke that was placed on our necks, which was during Jeremiah times. It was placed on our neck during that was the last time we went into captivity. And people don't understand our conditions of today. Our conditions of today is from being with that yoke being placed on our neck. So now the yoke have been taken off of our neck and it been put on the other nation's neck. So we could go ahead on and basically construct Israel, construct our government. Now, with the yoke being placed on the other nation's neck, we happy that we should be proud that it's not on our neck no more. You know what I mean? And even some of our people will fall with that same yoke on their neck with the other nations because they took their God, which is the Babylonian ways. And those Babylonian ways is like basically they agreeing with how they run the world today. You know what I mean? Everything is wicked. Like, you know what I mean? Everything is wicked. Like, you know, like how I said on the last past videos, everything today is wicked. If you ain't doing the wickedness, if you ain't on demon time, you ain't cool. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not on demon time. You feel me? But I know I'm a demon slayer. Like, that's what I do. Like, I ain't scared of no demon. You know what I mean? Gang, man. Gang, nigga. Gang. I ride with the Most High. You feel me what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, the yoke been taken off of our neck and it been placed on the other's neck. So, we should be rejoicing right now at these times. We should be happy. Like, literally. Like, we are coming up out of oppression. Like, yeah, we still in there a little bit, but we gotta wait. We just gotta keep building, doing our thing. Like, we just gotta keep pressing forward. And the yoke is coming off our neck. It's already off our neck. Now, if you ain't Judah, if you ain't Israel, you ain't gonna understand what I'm saying. You ain't gonna understand the plan. So if you Egyptian and Moors, you still could come on in and have a seat, but you gonna have to take notes. You feel me? Because this thing here real. Like, this our kingdom. United States of America is really Israel. This is really Jerusalem. This is really our land. IUIC, they went over to Africa just to basically to preach the word, right? That's good for preaching the word. But they going back there like that's our homeland. And I think they're being deceived. Like they, you know, Satan comes in he put a little bit of truth in there too. First off, that's not our homeland. We are America. The Most High God gave us the lands that's closer to the firmament, closer to the heavens. So America is most elevated of all of the continents. And on top of that also, the Most High God said, my people dwell at the center of the earth. when you do the center of the earth, when you look up where's the center of the earth, the center of the earth is in Cusco, Peru, on this continent. You know what I mean? Now when Moab, Egypt, all of them came up against us, we don't supposed to hate them. Most I say don't hate Egypt because you was a sojourner in their land. Don't hate Esau because Esau is your brother. Now, you got some camps preaching they hate Esau. Esau is the devil, we understand. Like, yeah, he is the devil. We know that. But the thing is, we still have, if his descendants choose the Most High God, what can you do about that? Like, they truly choose him in his heart. You can't do nothing about their heart, in their situation, in their feelings. So at the end of the day, they still got a chance too. But yeah, they people still is going into slavery, going into bondage, going into captivity. Yes, we understand that. But the way they pushing it is as though Egypt is they're putting it as though like everybody hate Esau. We don't supposed to hate. First off, we supposed to love. Love first. You know what I mean? Like if they doing something trying to kill us, that's understandable. We gonna knock their head off if somebody trying to run up on us. That's understandable. You just trying to protect yourself. But when you go out there literally hating and like you sitting at home feeling hate, your heart ain't in the right place. And I feel as though the IUIC camps, they're like that's how it's a doctrine, and we don't want to be in no doctrine. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to be in no doctrine. That's the same way like these churches, and the same way with idol worshiping. That picture that he got, that they got, IUIC, they got the picture. I know they got the IUIC picture with the Christ on it. It say Christ or something like that. He looked kind of crazy or whatever. You can look it up or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's just an image. You put it down. That's the same way like back in the day when the Most High went before then, when our ancestors wanted a God. So the Most High, they wanted the God they could see. So it was like the Most High. That's what they was asking. Like Moses, they wanted something they could praise, they could see. That's why they was trying to make idols. Same way how IUIC made that idol something that they could see. I'm not gonna say that they praising it, but they still created an idol. You created a subject matter because the Most High God is the Word. He said He's the Word. You don't need no idol. He's the Word. You don't need no idol. So I just want to touch bases on that too. And also too, what else I want to touch bases on? Mainly that yoke. Mainly that yoke. That yoke is off of our necks. And we got to come to the conclusion and understand that, like Judah we got our power back. We got our Judah now we got our power back. I know most probably don't understand it. They probably don't understand what I'm talking about right now. But the Judah, we got our power back. Like literally, we got our authority back. And that's what I'm here to basically spread to the tribe and let everybody know. So any ideas that you have for the new kingdom and for the next going and upcoming, bring it on out. And I know for the rest of the people, they need to come out of Babylon also. That's another thing I want to touch on too, because like we got a lot of people still in Babylon, and the Most High say come out of her. A lot of our people, they are out of her. They out of her mentally. You know what I mean? And that's a blessing. And we just come behind and do the physical part, like I say, and we put it on physically, just by the jurisdiction. This government is of the Most High God, so it's basically is the jurisdiction of the Most High God. Now Babylon is the jurisdiction of the Babylonians. So it's like some people, like all the rappers, they cool with Babylon. You know what I mean? Until it start falling some more, and then they might start thinking different. But right now Babylon is falling. You know what I mean? People still is getting more wicked. You know what I mean? So if you wicked, I already know the wicked ain't gonna even like this video. You feel me? But this ain't for the wicked. It's not for you. So you know what I mean? You may not like my words, but it might not be for you. You know what I mean? And I can't even hate you for that. You know what I mean? Because you got your side. You know what I mean? Salt water and it's fresh water. You know what I mean? You got wicked and you got good. You know what I mean? So wicked and righteous. So we are like, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? I done did all kind of stuff. Like I done did all kind of stuff. Most of God, He knows. You know, did some stuff like all the time. Like, but I get better at what I do. I know what I'm doing now. I know wrong from right. Like I know what when I'm sinning, and I know when I need forgiveness from Him. So like I do something. I'm not perfect. You feel me? Nobody perfect. But my job is to let everybody know that His word is real, and we got to come up out of her. And another thing too, everybody say we Moors. Everybody, and all the Moors say, all the black people Moors, and all the Israelites say, all of us Israel. But honestly, the Moors are the ones, those are Muslims. So it's like that, Arab, you know what I mean? Arabs, and you could literally tell if those they use that Star of David, the Star of David thing. It could be that I know some of them are our people. I won't say all of them is, but I know some of our people are out there in the mix of the Moors. But the Moors, their government stands on Islam nation. You know what I mean? And Islam nation, it's I'll say that's closer to Israelite Israelite status than it is of Christian status. I will say that, but I know just the things that they stand on is not all the way righteousness. It's not all the way of the Most High. And I'm talking on that with their governments. Like you have the Grand Sheik. When you search Sheik, that's an Arab chief. So those are the Muslims, Ishmael, you know what I mean? So yeah, they are family and things of that nature, but the real family is the ones that's standing behind the Most High God. You know what I mean? If you ain't standing behind the Most High God, you ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. Your God can't beat my God. Like word, it just can't. So it's like our government stands on the Most High God, and the Moors government, they stand on Islam faith and Moor Science Temple. They go off of their own beliefs and their own faith. It's like whatever they do, they sit down and they study it, and that's a good thing. Like there's nothing wrong with studying it, you know what I mean? But the moral value is of where you're getting your message. You're getting that message off of studying, which is knowledge. You open up that book and you got that knowledge, so it's coming from basically you open up and you learn something from a man's writing. And basically in the man's writing, don't get it confused with the Bible, because the Bible, the Tawara, the law, that's man's writing also, but those prophets in the Old Testament are prophets, and prophets they get their message through the Most High God. So the Most High God told those prophets to put that on that piece of paper, versus a man just writing it down and him just putting it on that piece of paper. You follow me? So you don't be deceived out here. Like people look at me and be like, "Oh, I'm crazy, skip change," because like I used to be in the streets. I used to dib and dabble or whatever, right? So people like, one of my homeboys told me, like, he's like, "Man, I thought you was going crazy." And I told him I respect that, but no, that's how it's gonna look when you the truth always look crazy. The truth is crazy, man. The truth gonna look crazy to you, like for real. So it's gonna be like that. But at the end of the day, the message is you better get out of Babylon. I can look crazy all I want, all this and that, right? But the message and the story is I'm out of Babylon. The jurisdiction have changed. I'm not placed under Esau and them law no more. Like they wrote that law. So this is what I keep on saying, keep trying to get my people. Most African Americans are Israelites. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna put all us in the same boat because it's really about that spirit. You feel what I'm saying? It's about that spirit, like real talk. What that spirit like what that spirit hitting on. So basically too, this government is strictly for the Israelites. So I'm not knocking the Moors in any kind of way because they are Moors. Like they have that's a real government. Like that's a real. I respect what they movement. But I know it's built on their knowledge, built on their ancient knowledge from the Egyptians and things of that. You know what I mean? So, but this is built strictly on the Most High God. Everything that I know, I have gotten it from the Most High God. So it's like I know we're gonna continue to strive and do better. I know we're doing good right now. And it ain't easy. I know it's a lot of work, but I thank the Most High all the time. And two, I want to touch bases on the girl Paris Harvey and Karan Harvey. They got my last name. That's my family last name on my father's side, the Harveys. So it's like, and they basically it's a story of the little girl was in the bathroom and she shot the little boy, killed him, and the gun dropped. Then she tried to grab it and shot herself. So it's like the guns and everything is like, please watch your kids and stay prayed up because I don't know what that family was doing at that time, or even if they was praying, was they a praying family? I don't know. You know what I mean? But my heart do go out to condolence to their family because that touched basis of home. Like they got the same last name, so that really touched basis of home. You know what I mean? And we gotta wake up as people. We gotta do better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta be adults in the situation. Like, we gotta stand up. Like, I know it's hard and we don't want to, and it takes, but we just got to. I don't want to be sitting here in front of this camera talking, but I know my job. I know I have to. So, at the end of the day, too, we must pay attention to our situations and our surroundings and everything, and keep the Most High God close because tragedies can come upon us. You know what I mean? And I know my family, we hug the Most High God. You know what I mean? So it's like we understand tragedies do happen. You know what I mean? It will happen. But I know the Most High God controls. He controls a lot. He has say so in a lot. So when those things do come upon us, honestly too, it's if you in that safe dwelling realm, is if you in his arms reach. If you have gotten too far out of his arms reach, and hey, he can't reach you no more. You know what I mean? You have to come back in. You have to, cause that's our Father. We have to seek him. You know what I mean? So I want to say too, any Uchi Kusos out there, y'all always could come home, come back to your righteous government, and too, yeah, y'all better get out of Babylon. Like it's that urgent. It's serious. It's urgent.
So, Chief Atali, I just have a couple questions for you. If
Yeah, yeah.
if some you know someone's looking interested into the tribe and try to find their ancestry and see where their roots come from, is there any way that they can contact you besides Facebook? And
Um. Well, yeah. I'm gonna put the description, the contact in the inside of the description, but we don't really search ancestry. What we do is we just determine if, like, if you are colored, Negro of that nature, or if you got any because we know the colors and the Negroes. That was before it was colors and Negroes. It was Indian. So we know that determines your membership status also. So most don't have paperwork some people don't have paperwork who have gotten into the tribe. We had to place them as a citizen, but we are coming up on a program, not a program, but we are consulting about basically the ones uh who don't have any paperwork but are seeking membership, because the membership is truly is an Israel thing.
okay. Now, can you just do a quick and like a quick describe what the meaning of Uchi Kuso and what the meaning and what it represents for the people that don't know?
Okay, Uchi is the definition. The definition of Uchi defines the children of the sun. That's what they say that means. Now that could go from, because when I think about it, I go and I don't think about the sun. I think about like we are the natural people of this earth. We are the children of, like, I think about that also, like we the children of the sun. We the children of the Most High God. We the children of this earth. We are the chosen one. And um
Terminology for Kuso.
terminology for Kuso, it means the center of the earth. Means the that's where the Israelites dwell. So Cusco means the center of the earth, and the center of the earth is in Cusco, Peru. That's why we come from Peru. I'm Peruvian, baby. You know what I mean? No African, huh? I'm Peruvian.
Okay.
Peruvian.
Anything you want to just for the last 5 minutes to say for the people out there that keep it rolling for the last 5 minutes? Anything?
What I want to say. What I want to touch on.
Chief
What I
Atali
want to say. What I want to touch on.
from the Uchi Kuso tribe.
Let me say. I know I'm gonna stress the fact of when everybody, you want to get out of Babylon. Inside of Babylon, I'm speaking for all of our people. The Most High God, chosen one, run out of Babylon, get out of Babylon. And that's why we provide services for those people. But we know those people are seeking ways to get out of Babylon. And that's why we are still striving. We are still looking for land and things of that nature. We still doing our part. But it's on the part of the people to literally take it upon themselves and come out of Babylon. And and that's for the ones who already have coming out mentally and emotionally and mentally. And that's when our government comes and do the physical part, which is the IDs and enrollment card. Literally takes you out of that government and place you in the Most High God government. Because even the other Indian tribes ain't been built on the Most High God. See, this is literally built on him. So it's like I don't have control of it. I'm just like a messenger, like.
So Chief Atali, in the last tribal update, I missed a question. I just want you to explain to them what Silver Tier Mortis means, If anybody doesn't really know what Silvertear
dead.
Mortis means.
That means you're dead. You the walking dead. You the walking zombie. You walking like this. No, let me see what y'all doing. Walking dead, dog. Silvertear Mortis. That means like you're dead in the law. You feel me? So, hold on. It's like you're a walking dead vessel. You feel me? That's how the law considers you. But I'm gonna look this up and give it to you raw, dog. You feel what I'm saying? More. Okay. Silvertear Mortis. It's a civil death. That's how it starts off. Civil death. So, I'm going to start with that real quick. See, it's a civil death. That means your rights and everything on a civil determination is dead. And that's how everybody who is born into this Babylonian system, that's how they created it. That's how they subject them to until you do your correction of your status, until you find the light. So, civil death, Latin, Silvertear Mortis, is the loss of all or almost all civil rights by a person due to a conviction for a felony or due to an act by the government of a country that results in the loss of civil rights. So that goes to Martin Luther King. Hey, let us get some rights. He was fighting for his rights because these Silvertear Mortis. So what he did was, all right, y'all want this? We gonna give him civil rights. They gave him a little bit of peace. They gave him a little piece of the civil rights. That's it. They didn't even get all of the civil rights, but he got us that little piece in our blindness. You know what I mean? So we gotta respect him on that because he did do that for us. So we didn't get all of the civil rights though. See, we want to get all of the civil rights. Like, you only can get all of your civil rights is when you really know that you own this land and you know that you are Israel. Before they came over here trying to give us Christianity and trying to give us it was Christianity and Catholic. They basically, when they was trying to do that, we were speaking Israelite language. We were saying that in the James Adair book with the American Indians, they say we were saying Yohiwa. We was trying to say Yahweh. That's the ancient way to say his name, Yahweh, in the Hebrew tongue. So I'm gonna end it with that. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be no Silvertear Mortis. Because the Silvertear Mortis ain't good, man.
I just want to say thank you, Chief Vitali, and the whole Uchi Kuso Tribal Association. Thanks for the whole update and expressing what Silvertear Mortis means to the people that don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So don't be a Silvertear Mortis. Because I know even down, everything is spiritual too. Even the Silvertear Mortis is like in the spiritual realm also. A lot of people, they're walking around dead because their spirit is dead. They haven't found the light. And the light only comes through the Most High God. You literally got to seek him through there, and he comes within. So you got to literally sit there and talk to him and seek him. Seek him out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, most people just pray real quick and think they got it, but literally seek him out. Don't be dead. Don't be a Silvertear Mortis in your spirit also. See, what I did was, what our tribe did was came and fixed that Silvertear Mortis situation for our tribe and tribal members. So we fixed that for that situation, but when it comes spiritually, you have to fix it. Spiritually, you don't want to be dead in the eyes of the Most High God. Because right now, a tribe is alive. Our tribe is alive. Everybody goes and processed through court or anything, they are considered dead. And that's where the rights comes in. That's why they can't do this and that, because they know if they do it, they going certain laws they got to go through. They don't have no rights. They're dead. They're civil death. You know what I mean? Civil term or twos. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to hit on.
All right. Anything else you want to just for the last 30 seconds?
Last 30 seconds. If y'all got any questions, you can put it in the box, in the comment box, or you can reach out, call me, or whatever it is. But I know come out of her. I know you got to get out of Babylon. You better get up out of Babylon. Get your gun, better run. Better hit 95. All right, dog.